Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight from Cambridge, England, our True Story Adventure series is proud to welcome a young man who has just completed a most unusual adventure, Mr. A.C. Barrington Brown. With 5 companions, Mr. Brown organized the Oxford-Cambridge expedition and in 2 small vehicles set out on a journey which took them all the way from their homes in England to legendary Kathmandu in the high Himalayas. Tonight, we journey overland to Kathmandu.
Bold Journey, your television passport to the exciting, colorful world of adventure. And now, here to begin tonight's True Story adventure is Jack Douglas.
Tonight's adventure had its beginning over a cup of coffee in Cambridge, England. Without funds, without experience, without even the vehicles in which to travel, 6 young college students decided to call themselves the Oxford-Cambridge Far Eastern Expedition and set out for the high Himalayas. Armed with nothing but determination and an imposing letterhead, they managed to secure the equipment, the vehicles, even the gasoline from sympathetic business firms. The experience they could gain only on the journey itself. Here to tell the story of their unique adventures is the senior member of the youthful team, Mr. A.C. Barrington Brown, who flew from England to be with us tonight. Hello, Mr. Brown. Welcome to our program series.
Thank you very much, Jack.
Now, what was the object of this expedition of yours?
To put it simply, Jack, I would say to outdo any previous university expedition.
And now would you identify your 5 companions for us?
Well, first, Pat Murphy, our navigator. Then Tim Slessor, whose job it was to write. Our chief engineer, Henry Knott. Our second mechanic and quartermaster, Nigel Newbury. And Adrian Cowell, our business manager.
And what was your particular assignment?
Well, my main job, of course, was cameraman. I also was doctor and cook. Well, when I say cook, I just cook the simple things like breakfast porridge. Pat Murphy was called himself a chef and cooked our supper.
Well, now, Mr. Brown, to use an American expression, you and your companions promoted the gasoline, promoted the trucks, perhaps other supplies and accessories as well. Did you have any of your own money in the expedition?
Well, we all put in what we had, which in my case was nothing. None of us put in more than about $250 in still money.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Suppose we go now to Cambridge, England for the beginning of your true adventure story.
This is the campus at Cambridge, Jack, where we thought it all up. But before we could get moving on the road, we had to pass our exams and then graduate. This shows the Senate House on graduation day. When we graduate, we have to wear a dark suit with a white bow tie and a gown. We had to get the cars fixed up in very short time, so we swarmed all over them to get them ready for this long journey. It was Pat fixing the Cambridge insignia and my girl on the roof painting the roof rack. Henry tuned up the engine, and I myself was on the roof fixing a tripod. My job was cameraman. To get across the Channel, England being an island, had to get across somehow, and the easiest way is in this aircraft Bristol freighter, which take both cars and all of us in a 20-minute hop across the Channel to Le Touquet. And from Le Touquet, we drove as quickly as we could to Paris. And looking down from the Eiffel Tower, you see the white roofs of our cars as we cross the Pont Iéna. Here they come. We came to a closer look at the Eiffel Tower. These are the big legs of the 1,000-foot tower with the elevator in it. We sped across France as quickly as we could after a couple of days in Paris to Strasbourg, the frontier of Germany on the Rhine. And this was the first place where Pat had to get us through customs. He was the navigator, he spoke more languages, and he had to get us through, the first of many. And down the Autobahn to Munich, capital of southern Germany, a very beautiful city, but still suffering from the bomb damage. And this civic building doesn't look as if it's ever going to be repaired. That was almost completely flattened during the war. Our cars attracted a big crowd, swarmed round us whenever we stopped.
this is the Autobahn again?
Yes, it goes down to Graz in south of Austria, and we pass out of Austria into Yugoslavia. We filled up with 100 gallons of petrol here, and we were a bit worried because it started to overflow, and we wondered whether they'd turn us back, the frontier guard there. Leaving the frontier, we found a good road ahead, across the bridge into Belgrade, the capital, and down in the south the road gets a good deal worse, a country sort of road, not very well surfaced, and we left Yugoslavia and into Greece. We wanted to go down to the Aegean coast. We went down to the beach. The first thing that happened was we got down to the water, was we got stuck. At this stage, you see, we weren't very skillful at driving over these difficult parts, and we had a bit of a job to get out. But it was good practice for later on, and we had these winches in the front. We ran out the steel cable to the other car, and we were able to pull out quite easily. The winches are made in Texas, especially imported to England for the occasion.
Oh, really?
We went over the neck of a small promontory to find a suitable camping place, so we thought we could get some sleep, which is certainly needed. And Tim wasn't feeling at all well, so we wanted to let him lie up for a couple of days. But when we got to the camping place, we found the children already there, jumping around and shouting, so Pat led them away.